going on? We're going to show you guys how to properly do the T-bar row to maximize results and minimize injuries. Smash that like button. Let's dive into this. Start off, we're going to show you guys 3 common mistakes we've observed. Well, 3.5, you'll see there's a little bonus in there, but these will really help you guys know if you are doing these, how to fix them and how to avoid making these errors in this exercise.
Okay guys, and common mistake number 1 within the T-bar row is far too many people do half reps. The range of motion is quite poor when doing this exercise. I think so many people think that if they load on 6 plates, they're gonna get more of the exercise, but I'm willing to bet you guys if I do 2 to 3 plates with full range of motion and you do 6 plates with 1/16 of the rep, I'm gonna get way more out of the exercise. So guys, I cannot stress this enough. Make sure you pay attention to full range of motion and you get everything out of the exercise.
Number 2, guys, is all about using your pelvis and your back and your momentum to lift this weight. That's not how this exercise should be done. If you're thrusting in and out throughout it, you're just kind of lifting it, you're doing it like a deadlift or a lower hyper back extension, which is going to be a big issue because that's going to put a lot of pain on that lower back. That's how you get injured, guys, and avoid that. And another important thing with this, posture and stay tight. As you guys can see here, I'm postured, I'm staying tight, I'm performing this exercise properly as opposed to now when you guys can see I'm bent over, I'm swinging through, looks like nonsense and I'm not working the muscles I should be working. 2.5, guys, is don't stand with too wide of a stance. A, you'll look weird, and B, you're gonna bag yourself. You don't wanna be sacking yourself when doing this exercise. Trust me, there's nothing worse, so make sure your feet are at a good distance. You can see how I like to have my feet here. Number 3 is knowing the right grips to use and how to use it. We really recommend using the closed grip cable row attachment. I find it works best. There's some that come with optimal, like wide grip, kind of tuck in there. Not everyone has this luxury, so best just start with this. Some people like to switch hands. I don't like that because you always have to switch. If you're doing 3 sets, you're going to kind of get an uneven working load. And then the other last key thing is knowing where to position this bar. I see too many people positioning the bar too low on the actual Olympic barbell. This is going to cause you to lean forward, bend that back, and really strain that lower back yet again. People will have it wedged up too forward with your body too upright. And like Kyle said earlier, that's really going to decimate your range of motion. As you guys can see, I like to have the bar placed here. This is how I can feel it the best, and this looks the best, as you guys can see while I'm doing my reps here.
Hopefully you guys understand what not to do within this exercise. Now I'm going to leave you with 4 tips to keep in mind every single time you do this. Number 1, this is massive. Think to drive your elbows back. None of this swinging stuff where you're throwing your back backwards. Bring your elbows back, get a nice squeeze, and you will get a lot of this exercise. Number 2, hinge at the hip. You're gonna be doing this by keeping a neutral spine and keeping the knees slightly flexed. Number 3, this is a very obvious one where I think a lot of people miss out on. Spend more time where there is tension. This is the eccentric portion. This is the way down. You're gonna be experiencing the most fiber breakdown, which is gonna lead to you getting the best results and growing the most out of this exercise. Last but not least, number 4, you're gonna wanna squeeze your core, stay nice and tight, and yeah, those are the 4 tips that you guys should be utilizing every single time you do this. Variation number 1, we're kicking it off with a single arm row. Guys, if you don't have access to a T-bar row, this is meant to give you an alternative to still get similar results and really grow those lats and give you that thick back. So with that being said, we're gonna move on to the barbell row. Josh is gonna give you a little bit of an explanation. Guys, we have a full video on this upcoming exercise, so make sure to check it out.
Go underhand or overhand at about a shoulder width grip. From here, you're gonna get a little bit of bend and you're gonna get that back ready just like a deadlift. From here, you can lift, have the knees slightly bent, push yourself down. You can see that my bicep isn't fully extended, but it's extended to the point where it's still under control. The bicep is still holding it along with the back. So from here, you row up, squeeze.
Variation number 3, we've got the seated row. Guys, even if you want to add this exercise into your routine along with the other rowing movements, it's perfectly fine. I do that fairly often, but this is just a fantastic exercise to really add that size and thickness to that back as long as you're doing it properly. So make sure to watch our form video on this exercise as well. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to click the first link in the description below if you guys want your free form guide. Please smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace out.